Deploy Hadoop on single node cluster. Guys, we are going to install Hadoop on a single node. That single node will be acting as a master as well as slave, because all the daemons of master and slaves will be running on single machine. So we are going to install Hadoop with yarn in distributed mode in single machine. So guys, this document explains, we are having a complete installation manual which will explain how to set up Hadoop on single node cluster. This single node will act as both master as well as slave. Okay, so guys, single node setup is useful for testing and learning purpose. This is quite useful for testing and learning purpose. Okay, now let's follow this document. So guys, we are having the complete instruction step by step ready. We can follow the same. Let's go to this step number 1. Okay, the objective is to install and configure Hadoop on single node cluster. Guys, you can note down, single node cluster is also called as Hadoop in pseudo-distributed mode. Hadoop in pseudo-distributed mode. Okay, recommended platform. Guys, regarding operating system, Linux is supported as development and production environment. Although the latest versions are supporting the Windows OS as well, but Windows is not tested very well in the production. 99.9% people on the planet are using Hadoop on Linux. Recent partnership with Yahoo and Microsoft has made the Hadoop compatible with Windows, but still guys, it is recommended to use Hadoop in Ubuntu in Linux. So guys, you can use Ubuntu or any flavor of Linux. In this, as we have already installed Ubuntu 14.04, we will be using Ubuntu. So you can use other Linux flavors like CentOS, Red Hat, or any other flavor. Regarding Hadoop, we will be installing Cloudera distribution for Apache Hadoop. That is CDH, Cloudera distribution for Apache Hadoop, CDH. Which version we will be installing, guys? We will be installing CDH5, 5.x. So you can also use Apache Hadoop, that is 2.x version of Apache Hadoop. The same document, same installation steps would be valid for Apache Hadoop as well, and for other flavor of Hadoop as well. Since Cloudera is the most popular in the industry, guys, we are going ahead with the Cloudera distribution for Apache Hadoop. Let's proceed ahead. Step number 3, prerequisites. Okay, what is the first prerequisite? The installation of Java. Guys, the very first prerequisite is installation of Java. As we know, Hadoop is developed in Java, so installation of Java on the machine is mandatory. So it is recommended to have Java 7 and Oracle Java. You can also install Java 6. It will work pretty much fine with Java 6, but recommended is Java 7, Oracle Java 7. How to install it? Let's copy the commands. We need to firstly install these Python software properties. Guys, firstly we need to configure the repositories from where Ubuntu can download and install the software. Unlike the Windows, in Windows how we install the softwares? We simply search on Google, we download, and then we double click. Then next, finished. This is the way to install any software in Windows. But in Linux, we can install software via just one command, that is apt-get install. Just one command. Okay, let me highlight that command. Look at this command, apt get install and package name, software name, setup name. Due to the new software terms, new license terms of Java is not shipped. Java's repository is also not shipped with Ubuntu. So what we need to do, we need to firstly install the Python software properties, then we will add the repository. What is this repository? This is the location from where Ubuntu itself will download and install packages, softwares. Then after that, guys, we will update the source list. Source list is again the repositories, the source list from where Ubuntu can download the packages, install the packages. Okay, let's follow this step one by one. Let's install Python software properties for the Java repositories, to add the Java repositories. Okay, so we are having our virtual machine ready with us. Let's open the terminal. And simply paste it. It will ask for your password since we are using sudo. Guys, since we are using sudo, it will ask for your password. Sudo means root privileges. For the installation, we will be needing root privileges. For any installation or configuration, we always need root privileges. Okay, it is done. Let's go to the next step. Add the repository. We are adding a repository manually. We are adding a repository from where Ubuntu will install the Java. It's asking for press enter to continue. Let's press enter. Yes, done. What next? Yes. So guys, by the way, it is recommended to update the source list periodically. If you want to install any package, if you want to update, if you want to install a new package or any new thing, if you want to do, always update the source list. What we do here, what Ubuntu does, when we run the command sudo apt-get update, Ubuntu updates its source list. Source list means the location from where Ubuntu can download and install the setups. So guys, you can see source list has been updated. The source list has been updated. Now what next? We can directly install the Java. We can now install the Java. Now guys, look at the simplicity of the Java installation. Simply you will be running one command, sudo apt-get install, then package name which we are installing, that is Oracle Java 7 installer. As soon as you press enter, it will start. Firstly it will download from the source location, then it will install. It's asking for the license terms. Press OK, accept the license terms. Now it is downloading and installing the Java. So guys, it will take few seconds. So as it is downloading and downloading the package from the internet, it will take some time. Let's wait for some time. You can see guys, 10%, 12% has been done. So meanwhile guys, it is installing the Java. Let's go back to the manual. Let's go back to the manual. This was the first prerequisite. This was the first prerequisite, that is the installation of Java. Installation of Java is the prerequisite number 1, that is we must have Java installed in the machine where we will be installing Hadoop. We must have Java installed. So guys, you can also install even OpenJDK also, but that is not recommended. So you should go ahead with the Java 7. You should go ahead with the Oracle Java 7. Now the next prerequisite is the configuration of SSH. We need to configure passwordless SSH. So before we go ahead with the passwordless SSH, let's discuss about SSH. What is SSH? Can anyone answer? What is SSH? Correct. Secured shell. Guys, SSH means secured shell, which is correct. I got another answer. That's correct. It's used for the remote login. We can log in to a remote machine using SSH. Now, what is the prerequisite? Prerequisite is the configuration of passwordless SSH. What do I mean by passwordless SSH? Without the password, I can log into a remote machine. Without any password, I can log into a third machine from here. That is passwordless SSH. Now guys, please note down what is the requirement of passwordless SSH. Passwordless SSH setup is a prerequisite before we install Hadoop. The passwordless SSH is required for remote script invocation. Passwordless SSH is required for remote script invocation. That is, guys, just from master machine, we will be running commands, we will be starting the services, we will be starting the daemons, we will be calling the scripts, and automatically on all these slaves, suppose we are having 5,000 slaves, so on all these slaves the required daemons will automatically start it. So that is the remote script. Remotely master will start the daemons on slaves. For the same, we need passwordless SSH setup. We need passwordless SSH. Now, what is the funda behind passwordless setup, SSH setup? Guys, we know there are two ways of authentication. One is the password and second is the keys, public and private key. So my process can't supply the password interactively. So what is the another way? We will set up passwordless SSH. How? Via configuring the key pairs, via configuring the keys. How? Guys, we are aware there are two types of keys. One is the public key and second is the private key. If I want to allow anybody to access my system, if I want to authenticate anybody, what I'll do, I'll give him my public key. I'll give him my public key. Now when he will log into my system, my public and private keys combination will be checked, and if it matches, then only that third person will be allowed, that person will be authenticated to log into my machine without any password. So guys, how to do the same? we need to install OpenSSH server and OpenSSH client. Guys, these are the two setups which must be installed. apt get install sudo apt get install OpenSSH server and OpenSSH client. We already discussed about sudo. Sudo is used for the root privileges. If we append sudo at the start of the command, we will get the root privileges. For all the installation, we must have sudo privileges. Okay, now let's install OpenSSH server and client. Before that, guys, let's check it whether Java is installed. Yes, Java is already installed, guys. To check installation of Java, we can check via running java-version. Yes, it is giving that Java version is 1.7.0_80. Java is installed successfully. What next? Let's install OpenSSH server and OpenSSH client. Let's install OpenSSH server and OpenSSH client. These are the SSH tools. Yes, OpenSSH server and OpenSSH client is installed. Let's follow the next step. We need to generate the key pairs. Guys, I am one by one I am copying the command so that it would be very easy for you to follow these steps. Hadoop installation is not that much straightforward. It's quite tricky. So you might get some issues, some problems. That's why, guys, follow the steps, follow this manual one by one, just straightforward. Okay, let's generate the key pairs. SSH keygen -t RSA-p double quotes. Now it's asking enter the file in which to save the key. It is generating the key pairs, public and private key pairs. Where to generate? Let it be default. Don't specify any path, just press enter. So it will be available in the default path. The default path is s.sh. Let me show you that. ls.ssh. Look at it, guys. Two files has been created. One is id_rsa, that is a private key. id_rsa.pub, it is a public key. Okay, let's proceed ahead. Now step number 3.2.3 is the configuration of passwordless SSH. How to do the same? We need to copy the content of id_rsa.pub. We need to copy the content of public key into authorized keys file. Okay, let's follow the same. Okay, done. Now, guys, you will ask me, since we are doing the installation on just single machine, is there any need of passwordless SSH? I would say yes. Passwordless SSH is required for the local host in this case. Let's do the same. SSH localhost. Enter. It's asking, are you sure you want to continue connecting? Yes. Look at it. It didn't ask for any password. I logged in to this localhost. Localhost means same machine, but it didn't ask for any password since I have configured passwordless SSH. Okay, let me log out. Let me log in again. Guys, look at it here. Okay, let me clear this screen. Look at here. SSH localhost. Look at it. It didn't ask for any password. It means passwordless SSH is successful. Once you do the setup of passwordless SSH, make sure to check it. Via running this command, SSH localhost. The same command is available in the manual as well. So, guys, that's it about the prerequisite. Step number 3, prerequisite done. What next? Step number 4. We need to install Hadoop. Step number 4, installation of Hadoop. To install Hadoop, guys, before that we need to download Hadoop. So I have already downloaded Hadoop to save the time. So let me copy the Hadoop setup. So I have copied the Hadoop setup and I can paste Hadoop setup directly. Guys, look at the simplicity. Look at the ease. From host machine to the guest machine to the virtual machine, I can simply copy paste any file. So guys, the download link of this particular file, this particular Hadoop setup, you can see is available here. Either you can use it from the manual or you can use from LMS. In the LMS also it's available. Now, since I have pasted the setup on the desktop, let me copy the setup in my home directory, which is the user's home directory. Let me run the command pwd print working directory. This is my user's home directory. /home/username is the user's home directory. My username is hdadmin, so my home directory is /home/hdadmin. Let me copy, let me even move mv the setup which I copied into home directory in the current directory, users home. If I ls, you can see guys, the directory is available here. You can see the file, the Hadoop setup file is available here. Okay, what next? Okay, now guys, installation, we are starting the installation. We are starting the installation. So we need to untar it. To untar the tarball, we need to run this command tar xzf file name. Okay, let's do the same. Tar space xzf for the extraction, for the unzipping of this particular setup file. We need to run tar space xzf space file name. So guys, if you are downloading little different version, make sure to give the correct file name here. Don't blindly copy paste the command when there is any path or when there is any file names are associated. Okay, what next? So guys, this particular directory that is created is called as Hadoop home directory. This particular directory that is created is called Hadoop home directory. The directory will be something like this: Hadoop-2.5.0-CDH5.3.2. This directory will be created now. We are starting the configuration setup. Now we are setting up the configuration. The very first file is the environment file, which is called .bashrc file. We need to edit .bashrc file. Guys, in .bashrc file that is available in users home directory. This file is available in users home directory. We need to add following parameters. What are those parameters? We need to export Hadoop prefix, path, MapRed home, common home, HDFS home and yarn home. We need to copy all these paths. Make sure that your path is correct. Make sure that your path is correct. Okay, let's edit it. This file is available in users home directory. So my users home directory I can identify via this, via // is the users home directory. I can edit it. Now go to the end of this file and then paste the configuration file, configuration environments, this environment variables. Now guys, make sure that you give the correct path. This is my path because my username is hdadmin. My setup file name is hadoop-2.5.0- CDH5.3.2. That's why I am using this path. If your path is different, make sure to give the correct path. Otherwise, it will give issue. Okay, what next? Guys, after the above step, restart the terminal so that the environment variable will come into effect. Okay, let's do the same. Let's close this terminal and restart again. Restart this terminal again to check whether the environment variables are there or not in the picture. You can type HDFS, enter. Okay, it's giving Java home is not set up, no issues. It means everything is correct till now. Let's go ahead. Just the next step, step number 4.3.2 is the setup of Java home. Guys, we need to edit Hadoop env.sh file. Hadoop env.sh is Hadoop's environment file. We need to edit this file. This file is located in Hadoop home /etc/Hadoop. Let me show you. And we need to set up Java home. Okay, let's go there. CD Hadoop. This file is available in, let's go in etc/Hadoop. The file name is Hadoop env.sh. Okay, let me edit this file. Yes, this is the file. And guys, what I need to do? I need to set Java home here. So what is the path of Java? What exactly you need to do? You need to specify this line, export Java home equals to your path. Now here I have specified path to the root of your installation. Example is /user lib jvm java 7 oracle. Let me check for my Java path. You can also check for your Java path. Let's check ls /user lib jvm java 7 oracle. This is my Java path. Let me copy this. Now I'll paste it in the Hadoop env.sh file. This is my Java path, guys. Again, I'm telling you, give your own Java path. Don't copy my Java path. There are possibilities that in your system, if you are installing the different version of Java, path might be different. Okay, let's save this. So guys, to edit any file, I am using Nano. You can use Pico, you can use VI, VIM, any editor. Okay, step number 4.3.2 is done. That is Hadoop env.sh file is we have configured. What next? Next file is core site.xml. Guys, by the way, all the configuration files are available. All the configuration files are available in Hadoop home /etc/Hadoop. Let me show you that. Yes, this is the location. If I run pwd, that is print working directory /home /username is my path, and here Hadoop dash something, whatever is your version, /etc/Hadoop. In this particular path, in this particular directory, all the configuration files are available. Same as Hadoop env.sh. My core site.xml, this is the file. My core site.xml is also available here. What we need to do? We need to copy all these properties into core site.xml. Let's copy it, then I'll explain you. Guys, let's copy from property to /property. Let's copy from property to /property. Nano core site.xml, because we are having configuration /configuration already available. Yes. The first parameter, let's understand the configuration parameters. I have specified two parameters here. The first parameter, that is starting with the property. The first parameter is fs.defaultfs. The first parameter is fs.defaultfs. It gives the location. It shows the location of your file system. Please note down, guys. What is this parameter? fs.defaultfs, the location of file system. The value is HDFS : localhost. Since this is a single node cluster, here as also we are specifying localhost colon port number. We are specifying port number as 9000. So guys, on this particular location, that is a localhost, and on this particular port, that is 9000, my file system will be running on this particular port. Regarding the second parameter, that is hadoop.temp.directory. Guys, this particular parameter is used to specifying the location of the directories where Hadoop will store its temporary as well as permanent data. Don't go with its name, that is temp.directory. No, Hadoop will store its temporary as well as permanent data. Hadoop will store all its data inside this directory, that is the value which we are specifying, /home/hdadmin/hdata. Now guys, again I'm again reminding you, this is my path. This particular path is my path. You should specify your own path where you are having read and write privileges. You must have read and write privileges on this path. Okay, the second file, core site.xml, is configured. Let's save this file. Core site.xml, the file is configured. What next? The next file is HDFS site.xml. Guys, here also we need to specify this parameter. Okay, let's copy the parameter, nano HDFS site.xml. Now let's paste the parameter here. Somebody asked me about how to change or where to change the replication factor. Guys, here in this file, HDFS site.xml, in this file you can change the replication factor. What guys, what replication factor I am specifying? 1. The configuration parameter name is dfs.replication and value is 1. Why 1? Why replication factor 1? Can anyone answer? Why I am specifying, why I am configuring replication factor to 1? The default replication factor is 3. Correct. Guys, this is a single node cluster. There is no need to create multiple copies. There is no need to create multiple replicas on single node. That's why we are specifying replication factor to 1. Okay, let's save this. What next? Let's go ahead. The next file is MapReduce. The next file is MapReduce.xml, where we need to specify this property. Let's firstly copy the property, then we will understand this. The file name is MapReduce.xml.template. So guys, before that, let's create a copy of this. For copy, we can use cp, command cp, mapred.site.xml, mapred-site.xml. Now edit the file mapred-site.xml. MapReduce.framework.name, the parameter. Guys, which framework MapReduce should use? I am specifying Yarn. So guys, Yarn is the resource management layer. We will understand Yarn in great details in later sessions. Currently, just understand Yarn is a resource management layer. The full form of YAN is yet another resource negotiator. Yet another resource negotiator. So the framework name, the framework that will be utilized is YAN. Let's save this. Till Hadoop 1, YAN was not available. That's why Hadoop was merely limited to a single type of application. But in Hadoop 2, there is YAN, that is a additional resource management layer. Hadoop now supports multiple applications, multiple types of applications. What are all such things? There are tons of sessions dedicated for the same. We will discuss the same in great details later. Let's proceed with the installation. Okay. MapReduce site is done. The next file, the next point is 4.3.5, that is yarn site.xml. Yarn site.xml. Okay, let's edit yarn site.xml file and let's copy these parameters. Let's copy all these parameters. Okay. The first parameter yarn dot node manager dot aux hyphen services. Guys, which auxiliary service, if you want to run any auxiliary service in the node manager, you can specify here. We need to run our MapReduce shuffle service. What is the shuffle service? We'll discuss in MapReduce later, but just understand, just note down for the time being since we are installing Hadoop. So we will be running shuffle service as an auxiliary service with the node manager. And which shuffle class you need to use? Just org Apache Hadoop MapReduce shuffle handler. We need to use this particular shuffle class. You can note down the parameters or even the recordings will be available, don't worry. org Apache Hadoop MapReduce shuffle handler. You must have to specify these two parameters in the yarn site.xml. Let's save this, Control X, then Y, then press enter. Okay, let's go back to the manual. Let's go back to the installation manual. The step number 4.3.5 is done. Okay, the configuration step is step number 4, that is the installation and configuration of Hadoop. Guys, it's the step number 4 is completed. What next? Step number 5, that is to start the cluster. Guys, installation and configuration is done. The next step is to start the cluster. Before that, we need to format the name node. Now guys, before starting the cluster, we always need to format the name node. Why we should format the name node? What exactly name node does? Guys, name node create the required directories and files when we format the name node. But guys, you can read a note in the red letters that I have highlighted. This activity should be done just once when you install Hadoop, else it will delete all your data. It will delete all your data from HDFS. So guys, this particular activity should be done once. Just from the name format, it should be clear that it will format, it will clear all the data if available. Okay, let's go here. So guys, you can now, the configuration is done, you can run the commands from anywhere. So either you can use directly HDFS name node hyphen format, or if you want to run via bin slash, so we can go in the Hadoop home directory. So you can run bin slash HDFS name node hyphen format. As soon as I press enter, it started formation of name node. It is formatting my name node. Guys, whenever you run this particular command, whenever you format your name node, make sure to get successful message, successfully formatted. Make sure to get this particular message that your name node has been, or storage directory has been successfully formatted. If it doesn't give this message, it means there are some issues. You need to find out the issues, you need to identify the problems, and you need to resolve. Usually what are the different types of issue you might face? Mostly people supply wrong Java path. They do silly mistakes in specifying the configuration properties in configuration files, like in core site or in HDFS site or in MapReduce site or in yarn site.xml. In these files usually people do silly mistakes, so just check your configuration files. Okay, the name node is successfully formatted. What next, guys? Now we are ready to start these services. Simply we can start these services with sbin/start dfs.sh. We must run all these commands, all these scripts from Hadoop home directory. Okay, let me clear this screen. This is Hadoop home directory, guys, /home/hdadmin. The Hadoop installation directory is also called as Hadoop home directory. We must run all these scripts from this directory. So as soon as I press enter, start dfs.sh, what it will do? It will start the DFS services. It will start the daemons that is responsible for HDFS. Can anyone tell me what are those daemons? Which daemons are required? Which daemons are required for HDFS to work? Correct. Name node and data node. These two daemons are mandatory. These are the two daemons, name node and data nodes. Name node and data node. These are the two daemons that must be running. Apart from this, guys, you will be getting one more daemon running, that is secondary name node. That is of no use. What is the secondary name node? Secondary name node will be used to create the backup of name node. But since we are running it on single machine, it's of no use. And secondary name node feature is not used anymore. This feature was useful in Hadoop 1, the previous version of Hadoop, but in Hadoop 2 it's not much utilized. In Hadoop 1, name node was single point of failure. That is, if my name node goes down, I don't have the mechanism available. I don't have another name node available. At that time we had secondary name node. But here currently we are having multiple name nodes. We may have multiple name nodes. Okay, my HDFS services has started. Let's check the services. How to check the services? You can run JPS command. JPS for Java processes. Look at the services, name node, data node. Yes, both these daemons are running. You must check for these two daemons, name node and data node. These two daemons must be running. Okay, let's go back to the manual. The next, let's start the yarn services. sbin/start-yarn.sh. It will start yarn services. So guys, two daemons will be running for yarn, resource manager and node manager. Let's press JPS. We must have these daemons running. Let's check in the manual. Name node, data node, resource manager, node manager, secondary node, name node. Look at here. Yes, we are having name node, data node, master slave of HDFS, resource manager and node manager. The master and slave of yarn and secondary name node. That is not deprecated, of no use currently, but let it be running. Guys, all 5 daemons are running. At least all these 4 daemons are running. It means Hadoop is set up. Hadoop is configured successfully. Next steps are to run the MapReduce job, that we'll see later when we'll finish the MapReduce theory. But currently you can browse the file system via the browser. Okay, before that let me create one directory inside HDFS. HDFS DFS -mkdir / let me create a directory as data. I am creating a directory as data /data. So guys, don't worry about HDFS commands. All the commands will be available in the LMS, and even we will be having HDFS practical session, that is HDFS workshop as well. So guys, the URL for the file system is 50070 localhost / 50070 is the URL to browse the file system. So guys, you will be having the complete information of your cluster available on this URL in this particular console. Overview of HDFS, it's like started, version, compiled, cluster ID and other information. Let's go down. It's having the complete cluster summary available. The complete cluster summary is available, like configured capacity 16 GB, DFS used merely 24 KB, non-DFS used, DFS remaining, percentage used, percentage remaining, block pool used. The complete information is available here. Live nodes, you must have all the nodes live. Currently in this case 1. You must have 0 dead nodes, guys. If any node is dead, you must take the action immediately. Immediately you must take the action. So you can go through this particular summary of the cluster. Currently let's browse the file system. To browse the file system, you need to click on utilities. Click on browse the file system. As soon as you come here in the browse the file system, guys, you will be having the list of all the directories available here. Like you can see, guys, there is just one directory, that is data, which I have just created. That directory is available here. Yes, that is a blank directory. So guys, in this manner we can install and we can configure Hadoop. Make sure that your UI is working. Make sure that all 4 daemons, name node, data node, resource manager and node manager, must be running. If these 4 daemons are running properly, it means your Hadoop is configured correctly, properly, successfully. Now you can play with Hadoop.